Good morning, everyone. Looks like it's Mitchell here, and it's going to be me and Soto trading. BK said he will be in and out a little bit today, so he will be here hopefully to answer some questions. If any of you have questions, we can answer. But let's get this started. As always, just a quick little thing that this is for educational purposes only. Your trades are your trades. We're just here to kind of talk about our method and what works for us, but in no way are making trades for you or telling you how to make them or where to make them. That's all up to your own accord. But we love it, so we like to discuss it. And with all that being said, let's get rolling. Soto,
Good morning, buddy.
we got Soto with us. That is good. Let's pull this down. And there's our chart. Nice and fresh. So let's make some zones. You got any good zones right now, Soto? I just had to pull this chart up because I'm normally not on the ES. So
Yep, 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I wanted to be sure that we can hear each other on the channel, so we're good, loud and clear. As a matter of fact, no echo. Sounds really good for both of us. All right, you still there? Can you hear me?
yep, I'm good.
All right, perfect. So, dude, I got a great trade this morning on the ES and MES this morning. I'll email you that. I put it up on Discord already this morning. Let's see. So right now we're actually a little sideways market, as you can see.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking. I haven't found any zones that I'm in love with yet. Do you have
Yeah,
any good zones?
I do. I do. So just so you can mark it up, I guess just so you kind of know. I guess you don't have to mark it up to keep it clean. It's up to you. But the 635 candle, it was the zone I made the point out of, and we've been bouncing out of that area. Okay, so obviously we're not going to trade out of that area unless it breaks that area, and then we can flip it. Because as you can see, we've been hanging out here for almost the last hour, and I think it would be a great zone to flip if we get a strong push out of it, right?
Mm.
But that's just the FYI. So I have a zone up north. If you look at the 750 candle, right above that, it's an hour zone. So you have a 5 minute zone at 750, and right above that, starting at 34.75, all the way up to 36 and a quarter, it's an hourly zone. So I think a good trade out of that area, potentially to be conservative, could be around 34.75 or so. Just kind of depends how aggressive you want to be, flirting between the hidden zone there and the hourly zone. And then below, we have a zone that I'm using here at
Yeah,
2150.
I got that one. I have the 2150. Um,
Okay.
I'm just looking at this.
All right. And then
I'm looking at that zone up top, trying to figure out where I would suggest someone make a trade.
right, or rather, not suggest, just
Well, yeah, no, I'm just
yeah,
where to talk about. I think in
yeah,
5 and a quarter is kind of where I'm gonna be.
35 and a quarter. Yeah, that's good. So right now we're bouncing. Let's see if it breaks this low here at 30 and a quarter.
Yeah, and then I would put in a trade myself
Hmm.
for long at 29 flat.
Cool. Yeah. Now we're almost at the around this time. K doesn't like to trade. He doesn't like to trade. I think 10 minutes before the open and 10 minutes after the open, or at the open until the next candle. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. Obviously, um, there's another hourly zone down here, so I'm gonna put a trade down there at both extremes of the hourly zones, just to if it happens to come up there, I'll take the trade. but I'm at a fair distance away where I feel comfortable taking a trade if it goes all the way down there. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll run the chat. I'll bring that up here in a minute. Yeah. Everything okay at work?
Yep. Good so far. Luckily, I figured out how to put the chat on my other screen so I can still answer emails and all that kind of stuff.
Sweet. All right. Good morning, Paul. Paul says good morning.
What's up, Paul?
All right. I got the chat running here.
I'm gonna go ahead and put in a trade at 29 flat. Just watch it.
Submitted.
29 flat. All right. Hold on. 29 flat. Okay. I'm just reminding you that we're almost at the open.
I think we
But
just
cool.
had the open, right?
Yeah. Right now, this is the open right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it.
All right.
Canceled.
Shot a wick up too high to the top.
Yeah. So it's bouncing off that area I just told you. Remember we just talked about the 625 635 candle?
I do think it's gonna go through that, and I do think it's gonna respect down there at our 2150 zone, but it is the open. Volume is spiking crazy high. There's a wick to the wrong side, so a lot of our methods say don't trade. However, it very well may respect. It's kind of like what we were talking to LJ about yesterday, but you just have to be vigilant to not take it.
Right.
And,
Right. And you may get a bounce here,
Yep,
but
see, it
it's
would have
just
busted
too
you.
risky.
It would have busted
Yeah. Yep. So good no trade, right?
you.
Um,
Where's it going? Let's see if we can find it.
so I got a trade here to go long at 20 and a quarter. All right, that's using an hourly supply zone.
See, I'm thinking 24 and a quarter.
Yep, that probably works too. Yeah, I'm just being a little more conservative because I already made a point for the day, so I just I'm willing to wait until it comes to me. Okay, so if this gets a strong push out of this area, I will potentially consider another trade out of that area that's been used pretty much to 635. I'll probably switch it up a little and use the 920 candle. All right, let's see what it wants to do this morning. Hey guys, if you're watching, if you just want to let us know you're here, you can just say hi in the chat. I think all you have to do if you're not, if it tells you to sign up, I think you just press a couple things and it lets you have your own channel or whatever, and it allows you to be able to post on the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Like Paul this morning, glad you're with us. I know many of you guys may be working, out of work while listening, so we thank you for listening. We are also working out of an airport this morning. So
That's my heater.
stop.
I told you. I forgot to turn it off. I told you that's loud.
That thing is unbelievable. I'd rather die a freezing death than have that heater on.
It's loud, brother.
I did turn the heater on last night. Let me say that.
My word, have you seen where all these corona or whatever that virus is?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Have you seen like where you get it in China? Is literally where I go.
Yeah, the little market.
No, it's like Shanghai is in the red zone. Hong Kong,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shenzhen's in the red zone. Thailand is in the red zone.
Yeah, that's why I texted you yesterday. I was like,
Hmm.
I think you need to turn yourself in.
No, dude, I've been back for a while. I don't have it. I was sick though when I came back this time. I don't think I had it. So, in your semi-professional medical opinion, do you think is this is something we can circumvent, or what? It's just going to wipe us all out.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, obviously, we don't know enough. The CDC is trying to get more info on it to see what exactly what's going on and try to see if there's something. What is the best way to prevent it? Um, so there's just not enough information on it. But I just don't. I think it's not gonna. It's nothing like wipe us out scenario. It's more of obviously. Um, if it spreads, lives are going to be compromised. So we're just trying to avoid that, right? So yeah, I know it's probably very awkward, but I think if you fly commercial, you should wear a mask. Everyone should wear a mask. Just constantly wear a mask.
That doesn't bother me, man. It prevents me from getting some weird virus that could potentially kill me. I'd wear a full gas mask. You'd freak some people out if you got on the plane with like a tear gas mask on. You there?
I am. Hold on, I'm listening to see how everything sounds. Go ahead and keep talking.
So, I mean, honestly, we're still in it's such so sideways, and it's one of those scenarios where there's zones everywhere, but there's nothing that stands out and tells me, hey, it hasn't been respected. It's a strong zone, so I know it may be a little boring to watch, a little boring on our conversation, but for me, there's no trades right now.
All right. Sorry, I want to be sure that the video everything's coming out clear, so I have to listen to it. All right, Darth Trader Paul made a point at 33, 32 and a quarter, 33.25. Let's see, 32 and a quarter. Okay, so he was using the 920 candle to go short. He got the point, so good job. Um,
He wasn't
good
using
job.
920.
Uh,
Yeah, 332.25. Yeah.
Yeah, 32 and a quarter. Yeah, 3332.225. Yeah, good job, Paul. Yeah, just the trade. So now they're breaking out of that area, right? They're passing it, and we decided not to trade there. Mitch and I decided not to trade, just because we wanted a stronger push out of that area. Not a bad trade though. We were just waiting a little bit longer. We want to go to a little more extremes just because we're still in a little sideways market. But I don't think necessarily a bad trade as long as you know that we're still in a little sideways market. And but it did. Paul's probably looking at it and saying, okay, well, it did break. It's a hidden zone, but it also broke the previous swing high and low, which it broke the previous swing low, which is correct. But it didn't have a strong close out of that area. It had a big rejection wick, and that's why Mitch and I didn't take it. We're waiting a little more to the extremes, but nothing wrong with that. So speaking of that, Mitchell is going into our zone now. We're trying to go into our zone. Are you looking for a trade to go short?
Yeah, but my trade to go short, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I want to go somewhere around here at like 34 and 75, but I'm not
Yep.
going to go until probably 35 and a quarter.
All right. Cool. All right. So we have a zone here. It's a hidden zone at 750, but right above that, we also have an hourly rejection zone. So kind of keep that into account. So I'm kind of with Mitch on this. It may bounce easily right off at 34 flat. We may get a great bounce out of that area, from 34 flat to 34 in a 0.75. We expect a bounce off, but I'm going to be a little more conservative. I'm at 36 to go short. And again, that's just because I want them to come a little higher. I think if they go into the hourly zone, I want to be sure I reject off the hourly zone, but they're bouncing off the hidden zone right now, 750, and let's see if it bounces enough to give you a point. If you
Two
were to go
ticks right
in,
now.
but the what?
It's only given two ticks right now, so
Right. So we have to see if it gives you enough to get where you could have made a point. Let's say if you would have gone in at 34, you would have been a take, take in. It would have to go down to 33 to give you a point. So far it hasn't bounced that yet. Um, Now, if this goes up first, no, it didn't. Okay, so here, let's see if it would have given you your point. If this would have gone up real quick up, I could have taken a trade here, but let's just kind of watch it here. Volume is decreasing, right? So let's kind of see what we get here. So, and if anybody else took a trade here, let us know. Metro and I has not taken a trade here. Again, we expected a bounce out of this area, right? Because like we talked about the hidden zone of 750. But we did not take that trade here. We're a little deeper into the zone because right above that area, it's an hourly supply zone. So Mitch is around 35, and I'm at 36.
I'm at 35 and a quarter. Trade is in. I'm watching it. I may move it up a tick depending on if this closes within that hourly zone. I'm probably going to go up a little bit.
Mhm.
If it stays kind of how it is and it's just inching its way up, I'm confident in my trade and I'm going to leave it in.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and if you would have got into that trade right at 34, hypothetically, you would have not made the point because it didn't go down to 33. So that's kind of what we were talking about. We expected some rejection. Unfortunately, it was just not enough to get a point so far. Not saying it won't reject here in the next candle or this morning's previous high. The previous high is what at 36 and a quarter,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yep. That's what
So
I marked up as.
yeah.
The reason I'm doing the 35 and a quarter is off of the 210, 215, and 220 candles. Um, a lot of consistency right there.
Yep. Just to let you know, if you hear me mute, it's that I'm just trying to listen in on the channel, get sure we're still good. So just keep talking. I can hear you perfectly. All right. So right now they broke the, or sorry, they hit the top of that hidden zone, or a little above it, and they're going a little deeper. So you're at a quarter still.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's obviously if you can see the screen, there's a demand. Sorry, resistance line. I'm looking at your screen. It's a little delayed. Um, so here they're pushing up. They're trying to go a little deeper into that zone. So we have again the 750 candle. They just broke that, and they're trying to go into the hourly candle, and they're kind of showing a little rejection at this time. So I think anywhere in here will be a good, a good trade. Whether it goes our way or not, it's that's a different story. But following um, our checklist, if you would, volume looks good, price action looks good. We are in a supply. In this case, we're in a supply zone. And the difference between a supply zone and a demand zone is a supply zone is when you expect price that's going up to bounce off to go the other way. And in this case, go down. So to go short. So supply, if you can remember, supply S Sierra to go short. So S and S supply short, and demand is the opposite. Demand is to go long. All right, it still hasn't given us a great rejection, so let's see if it gives it here. Hypothetically, let's say if you would have gone in at 34 and 0.75, it needs to go down to 33.75, and you'll get your point here. You'll be about 2 ticks away if you would have gone in at that very bottom of the hourly zone. All right, price action still looks really good, right? Volume looks great.
I'm in the trade.
Yep, I think this is going to be a good trade here. Yeah. You're in it?
I'm in it.
Perfect. Yep, I think this is going to be a good trade here. So Mitchell is in the trade. In it to win it. It's the old saying. All right, I'm at 36 flat, just to let you guys know. See if it comes and picks me up. I've already made a point this morning, so I'm willing to be a little more conservative up top. Whether I miss a trade, I'm okay with that. If I miss the ride, the roller coaster. I think you got in a great position, though. This is great. That's good. You haven't even taken a tick of heat.
The reason I got in there, I got the point. So there it was. That was the perfect trade. I'm not, but the reason I did that, and I was watching, and I know that the stream is delayed, but I was hovering, watching, and the reason being is that 945 candle was vital. So if the body of that candle would have been in our zone, I would have moved my position up closer to Soto. But because it closed out of our zone with a wick going up in it, it's telling me it's starting to reject. It's getting into that zone, getting into the area where it wants to reject. And then I was confident in my trade to keep it in there. But like I said, reiterating, if the body would have been up in the zone, that would have told me, hey, it's going to try to push on through. So I would have moved my position up closer to maybe 35 and 3/4 or 36, or I would have removed my trade altogether if it would have been a very strong push.
Yep, and Paul made the same point you made. Also, good job, Paul and Mitchell. Good job, man. That's great. That's you showed a lot of patience there, and that's great. You didn't even take a tick of heat. That's awesome. Paul also went in at 35.25, 35 and a quarter. He was using the 220 candle, right? Good. And perfect trade and got his point. So that's 2 for Paul. Good job, Paul. And again, I didn't get into the trade. I missed the train, right? And that's okay. So beautiful trade. Classic. If you look at volume was decreasing. Price action, the bodies of the candles of the price action was getting smaller, right? We're showing more rejection. So, just a beautiful, beautiful trade. All right, so we got I got 1 point in the MES, 1 point in the ES. Mitchell has one great, awesome trade on the ES, 1 point on the ES, and Paul has 2. trades this morning. If anyone else has taken a trade, um, if you want to share with us, we'd love to see it. Hey, Paul, if you wouldn't mind, would you be able to post that trade on Discord? And Mitchell, you don't have to post yours since you are live, so we saw yours being made. That was great.
There's a big delay in the screen.
There's there's a delay. That's all right. Yeah, it just has to do with the power, but that's fine. It's it's actually not that horrible. I'm watching.
Like 2 minutes.
Is it 2 minutes?
I don't know. I mean, it just now gave us the point.
Okay, mine. I've just about a minute ago, right?
Well, on my like I'm watching the live stream on the YouTube page on my other screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like on the YouTube stream page, not on the YouTube channel. And it just did give it the point when I said, "Oh, there's a big delay."
Gotcha. Gotcha. See here. Yeah, I'm trying to watch, see how long the delay is here.
That noise that you hear is my neighbor listening, watching TV in his office.
No way.
Mm-hmm. I can't really control that. Could have
That's
been another point out of that same area.
yeah. Yep. That's funny, by the way.
Yeah, man, all day he watches TV.
Joanna, please come to the office. Joanna, please come to the office.
Also, apparently, we work at a grocery store.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It's a
Okay.
supermarket suite.
Are you currently in China's supermarket, the meat market?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we just missed that trade here.
I would not have probably taken that one.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, you're talking about off the 915?
Yeah, 9:15, 9:20 Camden. Uh-huh. Yep.
As of now, made 1 point on the live stream. I'm real conservative. I'm not gonna. I need something really good. You know? Soto went away. You still there? Soto. Hmm. Y'all think I should call him back, or y'all tired of listening to him? I say we call him back. Having a little technical difficulties. Says Soto is not online. Now, why do you think he would do that to us? There he goes. What's up, man?
Sorry about that, dude. I accidentally turned my Wi-Fi off.
That's
I'm like, no, it's like literally one on my computer. I used the shortcuts to create my zones and all that, and the arrows and all that cool stuff, and the blue lines and everything. Well, one little wrong. Instead of pressing Control or Shift F2, I actually pressed FN F2, which is turning off the Wi-Fi. So, sorry.
If it comes back up in that area, Soto, I'll probably do a 36 with you.
All right.
I got a blue line I just threw up there. Take it a while to show up, but
Ready now? Let's see here. All right, buddy. What we got here? All right. Let's see. Channel. Everything's good at the channel. Let's connect this. Please, maybe we're trying to connect the chat. Please try it. All right. Looks like I'm back here.
glad to have you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. All right. Darth Trader. Yep. Paul. All right. There you go. Dude, I did that same thing a while ago when I first got this computer, and I didn't know I had turned it off. I thought like it just stopped working, like the Wi-Fi stopped working. I was freaking out. I was in the middle of a trade.
It's not good.
Nah, not bueno. Mm-mm. Have you? I know you're very sarcastic, right?
Hmm.
So, and I'm thinking in a healthy way. I don't think we are, we don't, at least not always. We never put people down, or at least people we don't know and care about. But, anyways, I was having dinner with this doctor who happens to be a full time doctor and a full time pastor, uh, and
Looking like we. I'm not
yep.
interrupting you, but
No,
we're
no, that's fine. Yep,
pushing up.
yep. Volume looks still good. They might do a triple top here. Got to keep eye close eye on volume here. Yep. Oh, yep. Let's see here. Let's keep an eye on it.
It loves that little area we went to earlier. 35, 35 and a quarter.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to increase volume a little bit, push through it.
Yep.
Just gonna do it right here. Go, 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 go. And because that last candle closed the way it is, are you still looking at a 36?
I am.
I am as well.
I'm trying to see what it's trying to tell us here. Uh,
It's trying to tell us that it wants to go up.
yeah, I think. Yeah. All right. There it is. So I'm at 36 and a quarter.
I'm at 36 even.
Yep. Triple top. All right. Do you still get your trade in?
I do.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I see it now. Sorry, I was delayed on the chat. Yep, I see it. Good. Hmm. All right, I'll be right back. Let me put something away here. All right, 1 second.
Mhm. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my trade because I think we're gonna have a long before we have that short.
All right,
Order canceled.
all right, I'm back, buddy. Were you looking here to go long here?
I said, well, I pulled my trade because I think we'll have a long before we go short.
Okay, I got into this trade here. Yeah, just picked me up at 32.7, 32.7, 32 and a quarter, and looks like I'm about to lose here.
Good possibility, but I hope you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. MES. Yep. Whew. We'll post it even if we lose. We'll post it up on Discord.
I'm really probably my next long is gonna be at 29 flat.
Yeah, I like that. That's where I was trying to go. I didn't get a chance to move it here. All right, so I lost there. So let me save that real quick.
Not to like rub salt in Soto's wounds, but we can talk about why he lost.
Yep.
This is huge push down. I mean, it was a strong candle, real strong candle. And if you look at volume, even though it's not increasing, we're only a minute and a half into the candle, and we've already taken up 3/4 of the last volume. So it's probably going to be increasing. Um, Not that it was a bad trade. It was just a little bit higher risk. He knew that going into it. He was trying to move it, just couldn't quite grab it before it pulled him in.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
preach on the extremes, and I think that's why BK constantly reiterates that is these sideways they will give them to you and they will
That would take away.
kill you. You can think of it kind of as the queen of diamonds in poker.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things you want to stay away from.
Yep.
She's
That's good.
sometimes, and sometimes she can be very fickle.
Yeah. Yeah. So they actually ended up going down to the 635 candle. They're still using that. I guess you can argue it's the 930 candle now they're probably using. But yeah, like you said, I just got back to my computer and I had my trade there and I was trying to get out of it and it picked me. It did a little flash and it picked me up. Was not able to get out of it, so that's all right. No big deal. Post that on Discord because I still lost. I took the trade and lost, so put it up on Discord now. I gotta take that real quick. Be right back.
No problem.
All right, sorry about that.
You good?
All right. Let me guess. Yep. All right. Lost on the MES and on the ES. All right. Right. So, where's the next trades at?
My next short is at 36. My next long is at 29, and I'm not messing with it as long as it's in between those two areas.
Yeah, I like it. Yep. And I think this is a good lesson. I usually don't do it, but I didn't think I was going to be gone that long and it happened kind of quick. But uh, don't leave a trade in when you walk away from your computer. Right.
Mm-hmm. Never. It's gotten me before.
Oh, really? That's yeah. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but my fault. I have, by the way, I have obtained exclusive video of your dad when he was a baby.
Really?
Uh, I have. I am gonna forward it to you, my friend. Let's see here. You can bring it up on your. You got your Gmail up, yeah?
Yeah.
It's exclusive. Exclusive email. Let's see here. There's the link, and there's the email, and it's right. You should have it on your way over there. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. But before I leave, I'm going to remove my trade just to be sure I'm not. Since I won't be in front of my screen, if volume picks up, I want to be sure I can cancel or get out of it. So, since I will be out of my screen, I have to get sure I'm not. I don't leave a trade in, right? Lesson learned. All right, be right back.
All right. That's great. Guys, I know it's kind of boring, just kind of hanging out, but we're trying to get better about not just taking a bunch of trades, but taking the right trades. And like I said, BK talks to us about the extremes. We've been paying more attention to the extremes, and that's what we're going to do today. We're not going to trade all up in this. You can see these candles here have just pretty much gone all the way through our zone, with little direction of, hey, where is it respecting? Is it going to do that again? So, we're waiting for a 36 or a 29. And I know that the 29 has already been broken, but it wasn't respected. So this candle right here, the 935, just went straight through it. Typically, when it does that, it will respect it the second time around. So we're going to believe that it will. We're going to watch volume extremely close. We're going to also watch price action really, really close. If the candles don't look good coming down into it, we're not going to take it. And if volume's not good, we're not going to take it. But if those two things line up, we're going to be confident that around this 29, we're going to see some respect.
All right, buddy, I'm back.
Yeah, that was great. That video was definitely from his job.
Yeah. If for those wondering, I sent him a video of this baby that was on NBC. Also, it's on YouTube, but it was on NBC this morning on the news. It's a baby trying ice cream for the first time, and he made a just a great reaction. That's a classic. Your dad still amazes me how much he can eat so much ice cream. And BK too. BK can eat a lot of ice cream. You can see their inner child come out.
That is for sure.
All right. All right. So I'm 1-for-1. 1-for-1 on the MES and ES. Metro's undefeated and remains undefeated at 1-0. And Paul is also undefeated at 2-0. All right. If you've taken, if anybody watching has taken any more trades or want to share your thoughts or any questions you may have, we can attempt to answer potentially. So. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to clean my chart up a little bit here. All right. Let's see here. All right. So I'm looking at your chart. Yep. Good. Good here. Oh, so yeah, so I was having a dinner with this doctor who's also giving mine a full-time pastor, and I'm best friends with his son, and so his son is there and his wife is there, and we're having dinner at his house, and he's very conservative. I mean, extremely conservative, and in all aspects of his life. And at the time of that time in my life, I didn't focus a lot on names, on people's names. I just, I just didn't. And not that I couldn't remember, because I had to remember 35 names in less than a day, and I was able to do that. So it's not like I can't remember names. It's just that I didn't take the time to, because I saw, people in and out. I didn't see the importance of knowing their name necessarily. And So he made a comment about that. He's like, Soto, I've noticed you don't really call people by their name. And so I made a quick joke, a clean, simple, fun, what I thought was a fun joke. And I said, well, I'm like Jesus. I don't look at people's outside. I look at people's heart, which I thought was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was both a Christian joke, but also a medical joke, right? As a cardiothoracic surgeon. And he responded with, only Jesus can see people's hearts.
He did not think it was funny at all.
He did not think it was funny at all. Then I responded with, or cardiothoracic surgeons. But did not go well.
Yeah, I do that sometimes to people, especially like my friends and people I work with overseas, man. Like America's really one of the only countries where we use sarcasm.
Right.
And I'll say something and they're just like, no. Like, it was a joke.
Right.
And they're like, well, why are you joking?
Right.
Just don't worry about it. I'm embarrassed that I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's so true. That's a lot of people. To be, I don't mind making fun of myself. I enjoy making fun of myself, making myself look dumb or whatever you want to call it. Sacrificing one's self for a joke, I think, is what makes a comedian successful.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's just my opinion, and
Yeah,
I'm
the funniest
okay.
comedians are constantly ragging on personal experiences.
Yeah, yeah,
And sometimes it goes a little far. Like, there's some comedians I like that they rag on their wife and their children to where I'm like, whoa, that's pretty tough.
right.
It's all in good humor.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
You know the
and
comedian Bert or Brett Kirschberger? I don't know how to say it. The
I
guy that
don't
takes his,
know.
the guy that takes his shirt off when he is a
Oh, no, I don't know who that is.
Brett
Yeah.
Kreischer.
No, I've never heard of him. Is he
It's
good?
so, yeah, dude. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
He goes to Russia and he talks about how he convinces them that his nickname is the Machine, and he starts hanging out with like the KGB and all, and it's just so funny.
That's awesome.
He's great, but he's coming to Huntsville, and he was just gonna. We have a small comedy club, and he was just gonna do a small show at the comedy club. Well, then that turned into two shows at the comedy club, and then that turned into him at the Civic Center, renting the entire Civic Center for one show, and now it's two shows at the Civic Center.
That's awesome.
He is great. You should look him up as his, or I'll send you the link to the really funny stuff, and you can watch it tonight. Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check him
But
out.
as
I
soon as
like.
he's got like a pretty big belly, but as soon as he gets on stage, he takes his shirt off and he does his whole stand up act just with no shirt on and just this beer gut hanging out, and it's so awkward, but it's great.
That's great. That's funny. Yeah, my one of my favorites is Jim Gaffigan.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot, and because I don't necessarily care for people that use a lot of foul language. It's just I don't have anything against foul language. It's just that it's like some people work too hard to get it in. Like every other word is foul language. That's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just dumb. You have to be creative, right? And so I like him a lot. And I like this other guy. He's Italian. You probably know who I'm talking about. Gosh, what's his name? I can't. I don't think I can pronounce his last name, but now I can't remember his first name. Let's see.
I go to the comedy club all the time in Huntsville, mostly by myself.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
That's I've never been there. I've been told that one in Birmingham also. I've never been.
Dude, it's Like to me, that is the most pure form of entertainment. I mean, I can just they're normally like 2.5 hours long by the time you get through all the opening acts and the actual person. But man, you will. I mean, I have laughed so hard in there. At one time, I thought my jaw was like fully seized up, and you laugh till you can't breathe. I mean, it's just great.
Right.
I just sent you the link to watch.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I just saw the email. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of this other guy. I think you would like him. He's just common sense stuff. It's funny. I'll have to look at it later. I know you like Key and Peele.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I saw one the other day. It was so true. I can't remember what it was now, but
have
oh,
you
the
seen
guy, the guy you never want to get
rear-ended by?
okay, yeah. All right, we're coming to our trade here. Just let's keep an eye on it here. All right, or let's see. You're at 36.
Will be once this candle kind of finishes.
All right.
I'll go ahead and throw it in there. I like 36. I'm gonna go back and double check. But yeah, I'm happy with 36. I don't think we're gonna see. I mean, if it passes 36, it's not gonna stop. It's just gonna keep going
Yeah.
because that's like the high, right?
Yes. Yeah, around that area. Yeah, 36 and a half. I think it's the high.
Right.
Uh,
I'm just saying that's like if you're gonna try to get in before the high, that's probably
yeah.
36, 36 and a quarter.
Yeah. So because right now we're in a little hidden zone here. It's a big hidden zone at 10 o'clock. So we may see some rejection out of that. Because we're still in the sideways market. So, um, I lost one trade, took myself out of another for a small loss, and made two trades. All right. Paul made looks like he made a couple trades here and lost some, won some trades here.
I like Paul. If you can't laugh at yourself, call me. I'll do it for you.
Did he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Where did he say that at?
Mm.
Where did he see that?
It says anyone with any trades or questions, let us know. And then he said, if you can't laugh at yourself, call me and I'll do it for you.
Oh, see, I don't see that. Oh, wonder if my chat is not working.
All right, look alive, Soto.
We're alive and well.
She's a coming. We're watching volume like we said we were gonna do.
Yep,
We're
watch your
watching
volume.
the candle.
Watch your
Price
volume.
action is looking better. If it'll come up and reject, that's what we want.
Yep.
As of now, I'm gonna stay in. The wick on the bottom isn't bad. We're 3/4 of the way through volume, and we're 3/4 of the way through the candle. So I'm happy. I'm content.
Yep. It looks like it touched us, but no run.
No bueno yet.
No bueno yet.
How would you say yet in Spanish? How would you say no bueno yet? How would you say nothing yet?
Nada todavía.
That's too difficult.
Yeah, it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah. Nada yet.
Do you know how to cook like authentic Spanish
Like
foods?
no, I'm not a I cannot. I mean, I don't really do that. I don't really eat Spanish foods. I guess that's why I don't really cook Spanish foods.
You don't like
No.
tamales, man? I could eat a pile of tamales.
Oh, I mean, I can eat tamales. I just don't. I don't make them.
I'd like to learn how to make them. I like to cook.
Yeah.
My mojo.
Yeah, I love to cook. I just cook steaks.
Normal stuff, yeah.
Yeah, normal stuff. All right, so it looks like it bumped us and we missed the trade.
We did.
So we need to go a little deeper if we're gonna do anything here.
Well, if this candle doesn't close outside, like if it was to close right here, I'm cool with it. But if it closes inside that zone, I'm not going to trade it.
Right. Yeah, I can't see the. Let me reverse this here. What's up, Goose?
I want it, but I don't know.
For you.
I love that price action.
Yeah.
And I like volume.
Yeah.
Straight decrease since 1010.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lean on you. What do you think?
I'm in it to win it.
36 even?
I'm a 36.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to go 35.75 here.
I'll ride this boat with you.
All right. Of course, to remind our viewers, you take your own trades and you're responsible for your own trades, and everything you take is your own responsibility.
Yeah.
This is simply educational purposes, and we're not responsible for any of your trades or actions. Therefore, you're responsible for your own actions and trades.
Possible side effects include anxiety,
Myocardial infarction.
yeah. Heart palpitations.
I was watching. This was several years ago. This is probably 10 years ago. I was watching SNL and Saturday Night Live, and it was a commercial, like a real commercial. But I thought the way it sounded, I thought it was part of SNL because it was. I forgot what drug it was, but it was like like this is to help you relieve like some possible skin condition, and then like side effects is death.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Like
It's like
it was
one of those. It says lymphoma or death,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, first of all, I would just rather have the rash.
right. I'm like, it was like it was the list. It was the longest list I've ever seen. And I said, it was funny, right? And I was like, no, that was a real commercial. I was like, oh crap, yeah, I for one choose death.
And
Yeah,
they only have to put the like the most prevalent. Like every drug, the side effects are like 2 pages long.
right.
Only the ones they call out on like television and stuff are like the most prevalent ones. But there's
Yeah.
so if they're calling out lymphoma and death, I mean they've clearly killed a couple mice with it.
Yeah, I think the way it is it's actually gonna be a little confusing. If I remember correctly, when they do human trials, so those are human trials actually, and if you're part of the human trial, anything that happens while you're taking this drug, you have to report it. It has to be reported and it has to be included in. So if you happen to die during the human trial, that has to be included in there, whether it's related to this or not.
My father-in-law does those human trials all the time.
Why? For what? Like just for fun or
Yeah, it's like easy money, I guess.
what? No, that's horrible.
He loves it. I don't know. They're testing some new drug. I went and got some of it. I don't know if I have the placebo or if I have the real one, but I'll let you know.
Oh my god.
He lives life on the edge, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny.
All right. We still in it?
We're still in it to win it. Let's see. What's the time? Volume looks good. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to do it. You do whatever you think is best for you. Let's go.
Well, I want to represent the channel well, but I still like it so far. Now, however, if this candle closes before it gets to us and it closes full bar like that, full body, I'm out. 100%. Like I need to see some
Right.
rejection going into there or I'm not doing it.
Right. Right.
You think BK's like lurking on the channel, just not talking to us?
Um, I imagine BK's probably in it now. He's probably doing something. If I had to guess, last time he did this, he had that. He was working with some engineer on something,
Mm.
so he's probably focused on that. That, or he just wanted to slip in and sleep.
Hang on 1 second. I got to take this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, sir. Yep, I'm good. I got all that finished up, so just.
Now, guys, I don't know if you can still hear me.
All right, sounds good.
Because he muted. But we're just waiting for a trade here to go short.
All right, so I was called into a meeting at 10.
10 o'clock. Okay. Do you need to go? When do you need to go?
10.
Did they call you? Did they just call you like at the last second? It's like, hey, you got a meeting at 10. Like, did
No,
they
he
just come
literally
up with this
said,
meeting?
"Hey, are you free for a meeting today?" And I said, "Yeah, man. Let me know what time." He said, 10 o'clock. I said, "Okay, thanks for planning ahead."
Yeah. This sounds like they did not plan ahead at all. Like,
No. Nope. They don't, bro. They don't.
all right. I'm I'm gonna remove my trade here.
Yeah, I'm not going to trade on this candle for sure.
Order canceled.
All right. Let's see what they're trying to do here.
Do we ever hear from Alan anymore? He left us.
He is no longer with us. I have not. We have not heard of. We have not heard from him.
It's tough to get broken up with.
It is. It is. Your dad is so funny. I was telling him in high school there's this girl. I will not use her name, but um, she really liked me, and I had no idea. Like zero idea she liked me. Like apparently it was pretty obvious she would flirt. It was way over my head. And I was at the beach. We went to the beach often. Obviously, we weren't too far, and she was there with one of her friends, who they're both very attractive. And I was there with my brother at the beach, and I think we were just playing football. Catch at the beach. The football.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember her. She came by. They were walking by, and we happened to run each other. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, hey, whatever." And again, just way over my head. And I was like, "Oh hey," and both girls very attractive. Okay, they're like, "Hey, you guys want to come back to our condo?" or whatever. And my brother looked at each other like, no, I think we already made plans to kind of go hit the waves a little later, and then we're gonna grow out or something. And they're like, oh, okay, like pretty obvious. Like now looking back, that they wanted us to hang out.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I totally blew it. I told your dad that. Your dad was like, listen, this is what would have happened. Forget my brother at that point, right? I'm heading out with these two girls, if I was
Yeah,
single, right? That's
exactly.
that's like, yeah, I was not, because she was too attractive to, I think, for me to even consider that she wanted to date me.
Right.
That was the problem. I'm like, there's no way, right? Yeah. She
I know
literally
what you
had to,
mean.
she literally had to tell me that she wanted to date me. She was like, I like you. Oh yeah, well, I like you too. You're a great person. No, no, I like you. Oh, well, I like you. I was so dumb.
Yep.
Life.
But imagine having a father like that when you're like, I think this girl, I kind of like this girl. Well, son, just go up to her and ask her out. Excuse me?
Yeah, your dad said that to me all the time. It's like, yeah, man, just go to the bar, and he's like, I hang out by the bathrooms. That's where there's a lot of traffic. I'm like, what? I
Yeah,
can't do that.
the man has no shame.
He has no shame. I told him, I was like, I've never went up to a stranger and asked them out. Every girl I've ever dated, I knew them through, somebody else or through school. We had some common thing. It wasn't
I
just like,
didn't until probably college, but I don't know. I mean, I definitely after college or during college and after college, I got where I was confident and didn't worry about it and was like, yeah, whatever. And I have to say, like, I've never just been blatantly shot down. So
oh,
it
well, that's
worked
good.
out. It
Yeah,
takes a while.
yeah. Well, I'm in this.
It's such a small high school, lived in a small town, and all the communities around. Like, I mean, I went to like 5 proms my senior year, all
Right,
different towns and stuff, but it's kind of like you. Like, I knew of the people. It wasn't just like a pure stranger. You know what I mean?
right, right. Just so you know, I'm in this trade here to go
I did
short.
not take it.
Yeah, I got in here at 36 and a quarter.
I think it's a good one. I pulled mine. I didn't like how it just kept stair stepping up. I didn't want any
Yep.
part of that.
Yeah, it's kind of acting a little funny if you look at it here. It looks like it's doing like a flashing up and down. They're not sure what they want to do. So obviously, I know it's a little higher risk trade, right? But I'm okay with that. It's right at the top of the hourly zone, but we'll see if it gives it to us.
It almost gave it to you.
Yeah, they might go a little. They might want to go a little higher. There's your airplane taking off.
That's my computer.
No, stop it. There's no way that's your computer.
I told you, man.
That thing looks like it's about to blow up.
I know, man. The fan's been running hard on it lately. It's when I do the live stream because I got to run all those programs, you know.
Right, right. Surprisingly, my computer can handle the live stream. My internet just can't. I don't have the internet power. Okay, good morning, LJ. She made a point at 34.75 to go short. I will post it on Discord. Thank you, LJ. Awesome. That's great to hear. It's always good to hear people making points. Thank you, LJ. Stop. There's no way that's your computer. I promise you, it sounds like an engine.
I promise you, it's my computer. It's terrible.
Yeah. Okay. While that's happening, let me email you the point made from this morning, so you can show it here. The machine. That's funny. All right, I'm lost. I'm out on that. I'm lost in that trade. They're going out. Where are they going to? Where are they going to?
We don't know.
Where are they going to? Let's see. Brian Mitchell.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, I'll send you that email, by the way.
All right. Got it.
All right.
That's my chair.
No way.
And dude, I work in a pretty loud environment.
So how?
No, ma'am. So my chair that I originally had when I worked here like broke. So I was like, "Hey, can I order a new office chair?" Of course, as everything is here, they were like, "No, we've got one. We'll give you it. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it, and the seat is perfect. But when you try to spin or lean back in it, it's just like, meow. It makes terrible noises."
Yeah, that sounds like an episode from The Office. You guys need to invest in a chair. I mean, how much are chairs that we can invest in one?
I think they're kind of expensive, but like, I mean, I've been
Yep.
here for 6 years, so you would think that I'd get a pretty good bit of use out of it.
Right. All right. Good trade, LJ. Yep. I just saw your chart here on Discord. Awesome. Yeah, that's funny, by the way.
You want to go ahead and wrap it up, or do you see us having another trade in the next 13 minutes?
We can wait probably here 5 more minutes or so, and then we can start wrapping it up. If you want to get the email ready and everything. So,
I got it ready.
but it's your call though. You're if you have to go, I understand.
I mean, I don't have to go yet, but I just didn't know if we will.
No, obviously you have to go. So I mean that's fine. What? There's no way. What is that noise? That's not the computer, is it?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
My little i3 processor.
Stop it. That thing.
I promise you, the next one I buy will be something that they use at the Pentagon.
All right, let's
On
see.
a hand truck to bring it into the office.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't see much. Well, I guess we could
All right.
take a.
I just got my point there. I'm trailing now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Where'd you trade at?
Went in at 37 flat.
Off of what?
Just going to the high.
Hmm.
All right, 2 points. 2 points. Come on, give it to me. Got the 2 points. Boom,
See,
boom.
I may do it again, but I wouldn't trade until 33.50.
Yeah. All right. I'm trailing this baby here, so I'm gonna lock this points in here a little tighter. Just because we're going into a 1 hour zone here. So it may. Come on. Come on, break it. Did it break? Yep, it's breaking it. Yep. All right. I'm locking in at 2. 2 at 3 points. Yep. All right. I'm out.
Good deal.
Yeah. Go strong push down. I locked in at 2.75 points.
See that hidden zone at 10.15?
10 15, 10 15, 10 to 15. 10 15. Yes. You think?
I'm just saying you could front run that one.
So see the strong push out of that?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're bouncing off the high, right? I think that they created a new high with a double top. So yeah, I think you can actually take it short here, honestly. I think they're gonna keep pushing down.
Well, I'm not going to be able to see it, so I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah, go ahead.
wrap this up. So I'm going to bring Soto's trades over. Here's him in his trade. Nice and beautiful. He's 3 ticks into profit right now off that point that he made. I made the same point, but you saw mine, so we're showing his. And then.
Oh no, that was sorry. That was before the channel. That was early this morning. Yeah.
And I'm not sure what he's doing with this. I think
Oh, it's just
showing